From the udder, straight from the udder, yeah, 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 straight from the udder, straight from the udder, let us go! Hey, welcome back, straight from the udder. We got Log across the aisle, Mullet-Man to my right. How you guys doing?
I'm pretty good, you know.
Yeah, not bad. Another great day in the office.
Oh yeah, we get to go into work later, Log.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So, anyone funny stories from the past week or so?
Yeah, I got one. You guys know how we have mixed ice cream, right? Chocolate vanilla mixed.
Mm-hmm.
So this lady gets two cones, one vanilla, one mixed. And I guess I forgot what the one cone was. I was like, your one cone's vanilla, and your other cone was it was twist, right? And she goes, no, it was mixed. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This is the same thing. And so I played it off. I was like, oh, not twist. It was mixed. All right, I got you. And served her cones, but yeah, she just really got under my skin. And then had this other story. This lady came in yesterday, actually. And annoying is when customers just sit in their cars and don't come in.
No, the worst is, say we close at 10 and people pull in at 9:45.
Yeah.
And they wait until like 9:56,
Yeah.
9:57 to come into the store. That's what's annoying.
Yeah, it is really annoying. But
Unless they're hot.
No, it's still annoying.
I look the other way when they're hot.
No, I don't.
The chances of numbers coming out,
No, 0 for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll save that story for a little later in.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyways, this lady, she sits in her car, I swear to you, for 45 minutes. And the very first parking spot right next to our door. She sits there for 45 minutes. And then we're like, oh my god, is she ever going to come in? So then she opens her door and we're like, she's finally coming in. This is after the 45 minutes. Then she just sits there with her door open. She just sits there with her door open for like 20 more minutes. She must have got hot. I don't know. The heat was on for too long. So she sits there for like 20 more minutes. So she's been in our parking lot for like an hour and 5 minutes at this point. Then she finally walks up to the door, forgets her mask.
Yep, I figured that was coming.
So she walks back to her car. And then she comes in and she just starts talking. And I'm on register. She looks at me. She's like, "Oh, I'm talking to myself. Just ignore me." And I'm like, "Okay, all right." So she lets the first customer go in front of her, and then she orders something that wasn't even on our menu. But I was like, "Okay, we can make it. We can make it." She wanted ice cream in a cup that we don't normally put it in. So I was like, "Okay, that's fine." She went down to the far counter, and our coworker makes it, and she goes to serve it. And this lady goes, "Oh, I don't know if that's mine." And she like asked the person behind her, "Did you order this?" And she's like, the guy's like, "No." She's like, "Oh, then it must be mine." It's like, what are you doing, lady? Oh, it was horrible.
That reminds me, the one time we had this teenage boy like rooms into the parking lot, and it's me and my coworker, and instantly my coworker's like, "Oh, he's about to apply to the store," and I'm like, "Okay, cool, man." He's sitting out there for 45 minutes, so my coworker keeps saying, he's like, "Oh, he's just nervous. He's nervous. He doesn't think he can get the job. He doesn't think he can get the job." Waits 45 minutes. He comes in. He has a piece of paper in his hand, and we're like, "Oh my god, he's actually applying." And then he just starts reading off the list of items that he needs.
It's so annoying when people come up with a list.
But
Well,
at least they already have the list written out, so then you don't have to talk to them as much.
Yeah.
Right.
But most of them just like to read it off. Not
True.
many actually just hand you the list. Like I'd rather just get handed the list and try to decipher what it is. And
if I have questions, I'll come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mullet-Man, any funny stories from the past week or so?
I mean, my bullshit came back into effect the other day. A lady, to be honest, I don't know what she was asking about, but I responded with our research and development team.
Oh, it was something. What was it about?
I have no idea.
Me and you were both there.
I have no idea. When I came out, all I heard was, "Yeah, our research and development team is working on that."
It was so stupid.
I think it was how ice cream stays on the cone. She was like, "How does ice cream stay on the cone?" Something like that. And I was like, oh, well, I don't have a real answer for this, so here we go. Our research and development team haven't, discovered the reason that stays on or does that, and we'll get back to you when we figure it out. And she ate it up.
She
She
believed
really
it.
ate it
I
up
was like, our tiny ice cream shop in of nowhere
as a research
has
and
a
development.
research and development
Like,
team. She's like, oh yeah.
she's like, get back to me. I'll be waiting. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, she found that very funny.
Sometimes my bullshit makes me laugh, but
Well, I had a funny story the other day. This was someone called in the store, and she starts off and she's like, "Yes, the person called. I called earlier today, and I wanted to order a cake, but they said I had to call back later." So apparently, one of our coworkers who doesn't know how to take cake orders took the cake. Was like, he like picked up the phone. And he was just like, "Oh, sorry. Can you call back later when someone more experienced is here?" She calls back like 2 hours later when I'm here, and I take the cake order. Everything's fine, and then I like tell her, told her, and she's like, "Oh my god. Well, I don't know what time I'm gonna be there. I got flowers to sell, and they take a while, and I don't know how many flowers I got to sell tomorrow, man. And then like maybe my husband will have to come. But thank you for telling me the total. I'll need to make sure I get that money out of the bank. But I mean, if not, maybe I could just give him the credit card. But like I don't know. Like we'll see what time I get there. We'll see who gets here. But thanks for telling me.
wait, she rambled off to you like this was her.
That was like almost her exact ramble right there. And I'm just like, I don't need to know your life story.
She's selling flowers. Like that is
Valentine's Day's coming up.
But you know what? She
Like a
ended up
month.
she ended up coming. She ended up coming herself, and she had the exact amount of money down to the cent.
Down to the
Really?
cents.
She brought in the coins down to the cent.
Isn't it like 99? It's
It's
like
like
99. So
yeah.
she counted out 99 cents.
Yeah,
lay a bag of pennies down on the table.
I found that quite funny. But yeah,
This I'm gonna start using that from now on. Can you call back when there's a more experienced worker here? I am so using that.
The funny thing was about that is I was there that day and I guess we were busy or something, or I didn't feel like answering the phone. So I guess he answered the phone, and I guess that's what happened. He also was dealing with this other customer, but he didn't know how to answer, so he kept having to hang up, talk to me about it, and then she would call back, and then it was just a whole mess. It was horrible.
yeah. Didn't you say like 8 different times or something
Yeah.
ridiculous
I
like
had
that?
to go back and forth between me and then the person on the phone at least like 5, 6, maybe even 7 times.
I guess we now need phone training for people. I mean,
Or
After
people
your
just know how
brother
to-
picked up that phone.
oh my.
Wait, your brother
Wait.
picked up the phone.
That-
Oh, I know the story.
Yeah.
Dingleberry ice cream? You got
Yeah.
some dingleberry ice cream?
All right. So my uncle has a tradition of prank calling the store we work at. Normally just me, but he got me the first time. He got me pretty well. I didn't even know who it was. But then he texted me the one night when my brother started working, and he said, "Is he here? Can we prank call him?" And I'm like, "All right. Well, we're kind of busy, but you know what? I'll pick up the phone whenever you call." 45 minutes later, the phone rings, and I look at it and I see my last name on it, so I'm like, all right, this has to be him. I pick it up and I start acting like we normally do, hi, this is the ice cream shop, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, is so-and-so here? I'm like, all right, it's go time. So I call my brother back, and I'm like, it's one of your friends' moms or something. They're asking for you. They want to know, all this stuff.
Your
Just tell them what
friend's
they
mom?
need to know.
That's a guy.
He bought it.
He probably did. That's a
He
sad
bought
part.
it. And so he starts talking on the phone here. He comes up to me. He goes, "Do we have berry ice cream?"
No, dingleberry
No.
ice cream.
He told me
Oh.
berry. He's like, "Do we have berry ice cream?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Berry ice cream." I knew it was a joke from the start, but I'm like, I don't know. Tell him this. We have this flavor and this flavor. Then he goes, "Peanut butter cup." You have peanut butter cup. I don't think he knew what he was saying, but he just kept rattling off. He was full into this call. He was full in, and 30 minutes go by, or not 30 minutes, more like a 20-minute conversation goes by, and he finally hangs up. He's like, "That was a weird call. I didn't recognize the name. Stupid idiot." But now my uncle has that phone call on recording.
I have it on my phone
Yeah,
too.
you have it on your phone. It's oh man, that was a stupid night, but that was berry ice cream.
If it wasn't so long, I'd put that in this episode. But it's like
I think
it's like a 10-minute itself.
Yeah.
Some of the people that call, some of the conversations that I have, they just ask stupid questions. You know, like this one time, this person called 4 times, and I answered the phone, and they were
four
like,
times?
"No, just the 4th time."
Just the 4th.
And I was like, "Can I help you?" And they were like, "What time do you guys open?" Or what are you guys open? That's what they said. I was like, "Yeah, we're open." They're like, oh, "Okay, thank you, bye." I was like, "You called 4 times to figure that out when our answering machine has our hours on it."
No, one of my favorite phone calls was the one time this lady calls, and she asked about one of our local grocery stores what their hours were, and I was like, "Ma'am, we're an ice cream shop. Can you please look that up yourself?" I was just like, I don't know.
You should have told me. You should have been like, "Well, this place is open till 9." At that point, I would have bullshit. I would have been like, you know what? They just closed about 5 minutes ago. But if you go bang on the doors, I bet you someone's in there.
I was just like, I mean, how am I supposed to know? Maybe call the right number.
Yeah,
that is
classic.
That is downright stupid. Oh my god.
So, what we starting this episode off with?
Guess we could go back to more stories of Josh's bullshit.
Actually, we can go back to the numbers. How the numbers, what people thought was funny with the numbers.
When we handed out his number.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, Mullet-Man's dog.
We're gonna start there.
Yes, we gotta get the full backstory, man.
I think it goes way further than that.
Okay, we'll start with this.
First night.
Mullet-Man just has troubles getting with girls. So we'll start with that. Okay, so it was the one day me, Log, and one of our coworkers on what was it, like a Friday or Saturday night?
Thursday.
Okay, I don't know. It was extremely busy for only 3 people.
Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be 4.
Yeah, but
yeah.
But I'll get that at. So then Mullet-Man texts me, he's like, "Man, my dog just died. I'm not gonna be able to make it to work today."
Anyone laughs here, this is fucking shitty, alright? If anyone laughs, alright?
Yeah, so his dog dies. And we're like, you're the one that's laughing now.
The way you're saying it is just downright.
His dog got slaughtered, got destroyed,
That's way worse.
Got in the fight, mauled to death. Okay, but so he's like, "I'm not coming to work." We're like, "That's fine, because he's got to deal with that stuff." So we go through work, and then me and Log got the great idea of what if we just start handing out his number? This will cheer him up. If he gets a girl,
yeah, we
that
were
will
gonna
cheer
just
him
give it
up.
out to any
Granted,
girl.
I was in mourning at this point. My dog literally died 3 hours before any of this went down.
So the first girl I give it to, Log kind of actually knows.
Yeah, that's a whole story.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. So then the second girl, I hand it to. She has a smoothie. She got a smoothie from our ice cream shop, and all of them found it. They texted it, Josh, and we'll get back to that then. And then we do this a second night.
Yeah.
And the first person I do it to was this girl, and she was there for grandmother.
Oh my god, I remember. Oh my god.
And I thought I was giving it to the girl, but I ended up giving the grandmother the number.
Thank God that grandma didn't text me, but still. I saw her take her item, and I'm like, oh shit. He's gonna give it to the wrong. No, my god. I was about to.
I turned the corner, and then I handed. I'm like, oh man, this is pretty bad. The girl has the other item.
Yeah.
I wonder if the grandmother ever found it. Because, I put it, to the cup, and then, so as long as they use the napkins, they normally find it.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they found it.
The grandma's like, wow. What's this young man hit me up with his number for?
And then, I don't really remember any other, true people that, I handed out for.
No, the one that came back in was like, "Who's trying to get with my sister?"
Oh my god!
That's the best part. I would forget.
I forgot.
I want to point out that they did this mostly when I wasn't even at this.
Yeah, he wasn't even there for half of this.
So I handed it to this girl who we thought looked like 17 or 18.
She looked like she was
I
our
was going
age.
to catch a case if I went through with this.
So
I just wanted to
we'll
point that
we'll
out.
get to the story, Doug. So we hand it. They go out, and then was it just the younger sister that came in first, or was the younger and her at the
I don't
same
even
time?
know. I was
Don't
hiding,
even ask
bro.
me.
But she came in. She's like, "Which one of you want to get with my sister? Which one of you's named Josh?" And we're like,
He's not
there,
here right
no
now.
one's here right now. And then they're like,
They're like, well, I've been trying to
FaceTime
FaceTime him.
Bro, yeah, I got like 8 FaceTime from this random person. I'm like, I'm not picking up the phone.
This is the day after his dog died.
Yeah.
It's still in mourning. And
These guys are assholes. I just want to point that out.
so they go back out. And then both of them come back in, this girl and her sister. And they're like talking to us. Or they're trying to figure something out. And they're like, finally, Sparky goes over and is like,
I explained the whole situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, he's not really good with girls who are trying to help him. Like, man,
And then they
come on, you don't
then
give me a chance.
and then they
dude.
snapped for like a day or if even that.
Yeah,
right?
I kind of had the suspicion she was younger than what she looked like, so I took it very cautiously. But Drew talked me or Sparky talked me into
At least talking to her. You
Yeah,
don't
he's
know
like-
unless you talk.
He's like, you should talk to her. And I finally got out of her that she was, I think she said 16.
I think you said 15, almost turning 16.
Man,
But
really-
did she not look like she was
I can
18?
already,
Dude,
I can
yeah,
already
she
hear
looked
the
like she
chains on
was
my
our
ankles and
age.
my wrist here.
But it
Walking through Prison Orange, don't,
so back to the other story. So the girl that I gave the smoothie to, she ended up apparently texting him that night and was like, "Oh, very smoothie."
From what I hear, she texted me like literally after you gave it to her.
Yeah,
Like, I
and
got it
then
at like 6:30.
Mullet-Man
Didn't
doesn't respond for 2 weeks.
Well, to be fair, he wasn't there, and he was getting a text message from somebody he didn't know.
First of all, it was an email address.
Yeah,
It was an email address. You don't answer those.
And
That's
then,
like IRS stuff.
and then all it said was very smoothie.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
but if
all
I
it
got
said.
a text like that, I'd be like, "Who the fudge are you?" Like I would just at least respond. Like
My dog recently died. I wasn't really planning on talking to anyone.
like
My dog recently died. I wasn't really planning on talking to anyone.
The same day.
It's the reason I didn't come into work. I
And then, do you want to explain the story of the other girl that you know?
Yeah, so this other girl comes in, and she's like, I don't know, like 2 years younger than me.
Oh, lovely.
But
Another
she was still at
case.
least 16, so
Yeah.
that's at least better.
And I was
It's
like,
still a case.
I was
No,
like,
actually not in Pennsylvania. but
I'm
that's
pretty
fine.
sure I know her, but we can give her Josh's number anyways. So I think she texted you, but then you never responded again.
Yet again, my dog was dead. I didn't want to talk to
So
anyone.
then, me and my friend Casper were hanging out, and
Yeah, Casper the Friendly Ghost.
his option number one, if you'll remember, and this girl that we gave Josh's number to were going out for dinner, and they were like, "Oh, we'll meet up with you." So we got to talking, and they were like, "Do you know this person at the place you work at?" And I was like, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do." And then they're like,
fact, you
yeah. So then we decided we were gonna come in, but
made it very awkward.
it was pretty awkward.
And
Because I was
first
the
of
only
all,
one that got ice cream.
this girl was like 4 inches taller than me. I was looking up to her. I'm pretty sure she
I
looked
feel
at
like
me,
she was
like,
not
"Oh."
that. I mean, you're also so short, so I
Yeah,
mean,
you-
anyone that's
I am 5'8".
Short to me is still
Actually,
really
in
tall
my
to you.
football statistics,
Yeah.
I was 5'9". All right.
His hair's about as long as he is tall.
Rapunzel.
Let down your hair.
Can we get back to the morning dog random text message stories here instead of my hair? All right.
Okay, Mullet-Man, don't gotta get defensive.
I gotta defend myself somehow. You guys gave out my number when my dog died. I even told the text message I told you because when I told you I wasn't coming in, I'm like, if I come in and I hear 1 ounce of bullshit from a customer, I'm gonna knock someone's head loose. And you're like, okay, yeah, we'll see. And
I don't think I said that. I said, okay, just let me know what's happening.
Yeah,
Was basically
something
what
like
I
that.
said.
and like 30 minutes later, I get this first text, very smoothie, like.
That was the same night we were sending those gifts to our manager.
I did. Oh my god.
This is-
Not gonna lie, that brightened my day up just a little bit. Seeing that, I was like, I should join in on this, but my head is way. I'd send something really.
Because she said something about, like, you need to do this.
But
And then our one coworker's like, sends a gift and it's like, Yes,
Aye, aye,
man.
Captain.
You're aye, captain, or something.
Yeah, it was like Roger, Roger.
Roger.
It was so, and this is to our manager, the woman that gives us hours, and we're sitting there joking around. I mean, I know you're supposed to have a good relationship with your manager, but yeah.
Yeah, Roger.
And then after we did the thing that she told us to do, we sent her another one with this guy looking real menacing and like wiping his hands together.
like
And
we
said,
did it.
Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. She appreciated that.
I was gonna say, didn't she say something like, "Oh man, that's kind of funny" or something like that? Or I found that she said something like that
Yeah.
about like brighten her day up or something. Oh man.
That's
Actually,
funny.
I think wasn't that? No, it wasn't. No.
Well, customer of the week.
Oh, I had one and then I forgot.
Well,
Oh
I mean,
my god.
there's this fella that always comes in, advertising his book.
Oh yeah, let's do that guy.
Oh, the card's in my car.
This dude's pretty cool. He comes in every now and then, and he comes in and he advertises his book. And there's some stories that branch off from this, but we'll get to that in a later date. And he's just the nicest guy. And sometimes he tips, most times, he doesn't. But he hands out this little, what is that, a slip of paper?
It's like a postcard
It's
for
like
his
a
book.
postcard for his book. And he asks us,
Go follow him on social media.
If we read, we gotta read it because it's he's a really nice guy, and we followed him on social media and all
Well,
that.
you did.
I did.
Yeah, no, he
No,
came
no,
in
no.
the one day.
Let's get to that in another episode.
Oh, all
we
right,
can
that's
get that
fair.
in the next episode.
Yeah.
We'll start that with the next episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye from Sparky.
Mullet-Man.